Hello everybody and welcome to OnlyFrames here on YouTube. Today we have a Ramsgate Royal Paulie fixture with Bradley Wall taking on newcomer Jack Burrell. Brad just winning the lag there to get the break off the first frame, and whoa! That cue ball has packed its bags, grabbed its passport and taken a flight over to table 2. Now into the middle of frame 1, Jack is on the reds looking to do a plant cross double cannon, anything that he can to try and pop that red ball, but he's brought Bradley back into the frame. He's looking to plant this one into the bottom corner, which shouldn't be too much of an issue, but that yellow ball has sailed a bit too far at the table. Could be a problem a bit later on. If you can give this cue ball enough power for this middle pocket shot to come back, but he hasn't. He's hit that way too soft, burying it into the cushion, making this quite a difficult shot to play, but he's cut that in beautifully. Can he do the same for this bottom yellow? Should be an easier shot. He's got more of the ball to aim at, but he's just hit that dead straight into the base, bringing Jack back into the frame. If Jack plays these ones right, he should be on to a decent clear-up. Or newcomer has now figured out the curse of that right-hand middle pocket. Balls do not like to drop into there. Bradley showing him how it's done. The most improved player from Season 1. That's an excellent positional shot. I'm not sure if Brad can see that black ball down into that bottom corner. If that red ball's just in the way, he might be going for a cut into this middle. He's gone for it. Oh, he's just jawed it. That was very unlucky there from Brad, who won last season's shot of the season with a beautiful cut on the black ball into the top left pocket. Last year coming joint top with Chris Matthews, our undefeated champion from Season 1. Jack has dispatched that red into the bottom right corner there, leaving him on a decent position to hopefully try and get back up that table for that tricky top red. Oh, very lucky not to provide us with a loo ball there. Looks like he's going to try and go for the double. He's not giving it enough angle, but he hasn't left it too easy here for Brad to put this black away, in the hope that he might be able to come back onto the table in this first frame. Brad going, I don't know what he was going for there, if he's trying to go for the stitch to make it a bit tricky for Jack. And loo ball, that's in the pocket there, giving Brad ball in hand, which he should comfortably dispatch this black to make it 1-0. Or wipes his feet on the way in, and a little celebration there from Brad into frame 2. Brad on the yellows again. He's got what looks to be quite an easy clear up here if he can get that cue ball beneath that yellow between the red and the black. But instead he's given a bit of screw back and he's come back up the table, so he's going to have to come to that yellow a bit later on. His only options are to put it in the middle or at the top, but he's failed to put that one to bed there. But Jack hasn't really got much on. He's gone for the double. Luckily, that black ball has hit the cushion, meaning that it's not a foul. So Brad's got a simple put away up the top there, which he makes absolutely no mistake. And he's brought that round perfectly. If he can get onto a decent position here and sink that yellow, he's on for a 2-0 lead into the match today. I think he's caught the ceiling there with his cue. If he misses this, he's got something to blame. But I can't see him having any problems with this straightforward shot, which he doesn't, and just leaves him with a simple tap in of the black. That's 2-0 to Brad. Excellent stuff there. Into frame 3 now. Jack still on the reds. Pushes that one into the middle left. Another simple shot into the middle right. Hopefully he can get over what happened in the first frame. He does. Don't think he's got much of an option other than that red just above the cue ball. Everything else seems to be pretty covered. But like a blind man at an orgy, he's going to have a feel around, see what he can find. He is going for that red as mentioned before. That's a beautiful cut at pace as well. Fantastic shot, but where's the cue ball going? Oh, just stays out. But as mentioned again before, there isn't really much on. Unless he can cut this one into the bottom left. He just hits the base cushion there on its way down. Not leaving Brad with much of an option again. I think he's going to try and go for the stitch. Doesn't do too badly. Jack can still get a shot away, but there's nothing really potable for him. think he's just going to go for just to hit the ball, try and not leave Brad anything. Poor, that back ball was heading. Bit further into the frame now. Brad is here, still on the yellows. That's an excellent shot there from Brad. As you can tell, he is vastly improved from what he was producing last season. But then again, I have spoken too soon and nothing much changes. Bringing Jack back into the frame now. Should be a straight, simple forward shot. There we go. Pushing him onto this bottom red. If he can bring that one out just to try and nudge that red ball off those yellows. Oh, quite unlucky there, but where's that cue ball going? And another loo ball in the frame, giving Brad ball in hand a shot and a visit. Few options here with those balls. He's got a couple that he needs to do break away. He spread those out nicely, and he's returned the favour with another loo ball, bringing Jack straight back into the frame. Pots that perfectly. Pretty tough cut into this pocket here. He's just seeing where that black is to get a decent position. That's a fantastic shot, and that position's brilliant there. I think he might just be able to see it. He's wandered off. Hang on a minute. Has he fouled? I think he might have fouled. If Brad's going to the tails, have a look. Oh, not a clear picture, but it looks like that cue ball has kissed his cue on the way back. He's not brought it out properly. So Brad does get a shot and a visit again. Cue ball in hand. Didn't pot on the first shot, but he has set these balls up perfectly and should have absolutely no trouble here clearing this table. Whilst he is clearing up this table of all his yellows, I'll just let you know that we do have other social accounts. We have a TikTok, which is at OnlyFrames62, and also we have an Instagram page you can follow. That is only.frames 8-ball pool, where you can see more of our content, where we do challenges, we do best shot of the month, worst shot of the month, where you can communicate with our players, give your votes, and tell us who your favourite player is and what you might want us to see. But Bradley missing that last yellow ball there, giving Jack a chance to get back into the frame, and he does. 2-1. Now into the fourth frame. Jack is now on the yellow balls. Bradley on the reds. That's an excellent long shot from Jack there. As I mentioned just a moment ago, we do best shot of the month, and I think that could be a contender. Having now got a frame on the board for Jack, hopefully we get to see a bit more of him and what ability he does possess. Looking at some of the shots he's played, he isn't a bad player. He's got quite an easy start to the season, having to play Brad, who I have mentioned at the start of the game was last season's most improved player, and another loo ball there from Jack, unfortunately, sending Brad to the table. Not making the most of his chance there. He's just made that a bit worse than what it was, but that's a beautiful cut into the middle past that black ball. It's amazing how he can miss such simple shots but pull off all the tricky ones. He's gone for the double. He's done it again. Did he mean that? I think he did. He spent long enough pondering it, but he's missed that long shot up to the top, and he's done another loo ball. Looks like the record for loo balls might be broken today by these two players. The record is joint between myself, Lou the dog, and Ashley Clark, who isn't in Season 2, unfortunately, this season. He's taken a sabbatical. But a tough record to break, as the games you may well be aware of now have been shortened. It is still best of 8, so once the first player that gets to 5, the game will end there and then, unless there's a draw, which could still end in 4, where all games will be played. Jack has just played a beautiful double there into that middle pocket, and that positional play is absolutely fantastic. Can he bring this back level? Desmond Tutu into frame 5, Brad with one of his iconic breaks, and another loo ball. Jack just having a little chuckle to himself there, but we've gone deep into that frame. It looks like the frame has gone the way of the break not very well. Jack is now onto the black. There isn't much he can do here. That bottom left is covered by Brad's red. Just as I thought, nothing doing, bringing Brad onto the table. He's played a skill shot there. I don't think he wanted to do that. What a lot of people might not know is Brad is a superhero fan of the MCU. We asked him if he could have any superpower in the world, what would it be? He responded, Cold War Russia, and that was cold there, not even apologising for that triple fluke. He's gone for the treble, but he has missed it, leaving Jack the chance to try and pop this. We're fast-forwarding here because, as you could tell, nothing was doing. Slowed it back up to watch Brad slow it in, wipes its feet. That's 3-2. Brad takes another lead of this match. Into frame 6 now. It's 3-2 to Brad. He's just one win away from securing a point. As you can see, Brad's form from Season 1 has continued into Season 2. At this point in the match, he would have at least been 6 or 7-0 down. Brad's recently taken on the role as one of our new commentators, which is for the better because I am diabolical at it. Not as good as our lead commentator, Tom Morgan, and now Brad, who is stepping into the box to show us what he can do, and he can do better in the comms box than he does on a pool table. But again, he is 3-2 up in this match. He's only 2 wins away from securing all 3 points against Jack. He's left him a tricky ball here. I'm not sure if that white ball is being obstructed by the black ball. Looks like it might be, so he might have to just come back up and down the table to hit his yellow, which he does. Oh, very nearly pots that black ball there, but he's set Brad off. He can sink this one in. He's going to have to bring it up. Is that going in again? No, he just manages to keep it out. He can either send this red ball down to the bottom left pocket, or he can try and get it in the middle. I think he's going to go with the middle shot. Oh, bounces out, but rolls back in again. Very lucky. And he's got a decent position on that black as well. Can he just roll this along the cushion? Very slowly, it's going. Oh, he's left it over the pocket. If Jack can clear these yellows, he is on for another equaliser, but he's missed it. And I think Brad might even just be able to squeeze this cue ball between the yellows to sink the black for 4-2. And he makes absolutely no mistake. That white ball is safe. It is now 4-2. Brad has secured a point for now, unless Jack can win the next 2 frames to gain himself a point. But Brad is just 1 win away from 3 points in the league. A lot of pressure on Jack, and like a midget at a urinal, he is going to have to keep on his toes. Does well to keep that cue ball out of the pocket to remain on the table, and he's clearing these up like no man's business, but he hasn't left himself with anything. He has shown throughout the match that he's good at doubles, so he might just be doubling this in, or he might even try and cut it up the table. He's gone for the double. Oh, it's held out, hasn't dropped in, bringing Brad back into the frame. He's got a few options here, but once again, that middle pocket has proved to be a bit tricky, bringing Jack back to the table again. Clears off the easy option, but again, hasn't left himself with anything. He might go for another double. Instead, he's gone for something else quite entirely. He's pushed that yellow in. That was a bit of luck there for Jack, but I do believe Brad's red ball is blocking his vision. He got down pretty quick, so no, he wasn't. He's just gone for the hit and hope, bringing Brad back into the frame again to clear out these reds. He's got a few problem reds, those cluster in the middle there, and the 2 on the right-hand side, either side of the black. Not sure if he's going to try and pot this, or if he's going to try and just stick the yellow ball behind those reds, but he's hit that a bit too hard. Jack has a clear sight of this yellow. I don't know what he's thinking of doing. He's gone for a cut, and that's a beautiful cut. But he hasn't really got much option here for the black, other than just hitting it as hard as he can, hoping that it might just drop in. Which, it unfortunately for him, it doesn't. And Brad's done pretty well. He's brought that red off the cushion. Lovely play there. So he's going to go for it, as anyone else would, because the other balls are in pretty decent places for Brad to clean off. He shouldn't have too much trouble here now to clear the rest of these balls off. I think he's going for this middle one. Personally, I would have gone for the one that is directly in the middle. And that's probably why I'd have done that, because he didn't want that to happen. That's 4-3. Brad is having a bit of a wobble. Last frame now. Is there anything Jack can do? Can he redeem himself and get a point from this match? Brad a bit disappointed with that shot there. Not sure what he's going to do. Is he going to try again for another fluke into the top pocket? Oh, it wasn't far off. Fantastic effort, but Jack is back to the table. This is going to be an exciting finish. He's missed it. Brad comfortably dispatching that yellow. Should make no mistake here. On to the black now. That is 5-3.